Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Building a home can be puzzling, and oftentimes it can really seem, well, overwhelming. You really want to know exactly what you're getting into before you make the biggest financial commitment of your life. If you're seriously considering buying new construction, this may be the very most important video you watch. It is so very important that you do some research and find a reputable, high-quality home builder. Y'all, this applies whether you're looking at a builder's inventory home or building from the ground up. Now, I'm not going to list 11 questions and then that's the end of the video. No sirree. I'm also going to explain to you why you should ask the question, and I'm going to give you a detailed explanation of what you can expect. This is big, y'all. When you visit a home builder, you'll have a firm understanding of the process and really what's normal. Y'all, if you've got time for just one video today, then this really is the one you want to watch if you want to prepare yourself for the home building process. This is the one. So y'all, let's get started. Deposits. Now, this is one of the very first questions that I want you to ask. What is the required down payment? In any real estate transaction, whether it's a resale home or new construction. In new construction, you're going to leave with the sales rep an earnest money deposit. Now, this amount will fluctuate builder to builder. I've seen $1,000, $2,500, or a flat $7,000. Now, keep in mind that if you're building from the ground up, most builders are going to also require a construction deposit too. Now, this construction deposit can vary drastically from builder to builder, ranging anywhere from an additional $4,000 to $50,000, and I've seen higher deposits with custom builders. So this is really important to understand how much money the builder is going to require to build your home. I want you to know this information before you commit to anything. All builders will require a deposit, and it's going to vary based on the final price of the house. Now, if you're building a custom home, well, it could be more than that. I hear you back there. It is a lot of money, but don't fret. All of these deposits are credited back at closing on your brand new home. Okay, so now that we've covered the deposits and you know what to ask the builder, are the deposits refundable? If they are refundable, up to what point? I've seen some builders assert that the moment you will put down your earnest money check, it becomes non-refundable pending the loan approval. Now, the same goes for construction deposits, y'all. Think about it this way. In most situations, the builder is going to immediately send your plans to the engineer and then on to the city for approval. There are fees associated with both of these tasks, and once the builder pays for and picks the permit up from the city, they really must start the construction of your home with or without you. The builder has already invested a significant amount of time and money to start the construction process for that specific home. Y'all, if we haven't met, my name is Sherry Hensley, and I'm a realtor living and working right here on beautiful Galveston Bay. Welcome to the #1 and original Living in Galveston, Texas channel. I started my real estate career as a builder sales rep, and let me tell you, I loved it, and I would love to help you too. So please reach out to us, give us a call, shoot us an email. If we can help make your dream home a reality, we want to get on the ball right now. Now on with our next step, preferred lender. Most every builder out there will offer what they refer to as their preferred lender. When you use their preferred lender, there's going to be some pretty attractive incentives. So you need to ask, do you offer any incentives? And most builders do offer an incentive, but it's usually tied to using that preferred lender. So if you agree to use their lender, the builder will often offer to pay a portion or sometimes all of your closing costs. While we see that some builders will offer credit towards upgrades or maybe even add some appliances. Now I hear you back there. Why would a builder give you a discount to use their trusted lender? Well, that's a great question, and it's because lenders who don't have experience with new home builders often struggle, and it can cause delays at closing. Now, these delays cost the builder money. Remember, they've already put up a good sum of money to get that ball rolling. So this way, the builders are in continuous communication with their lender. So you see, this allows them to kind of keep tabs on your file. They want to be certain that you can actually qualify to build and purchase that house. Now, I know in my almost 20 years of real estate, I've seen it happen on occasion where an outside lender has given a client a loan approval, but when we actually get down to it, they can't qualify to build the house. This is the one part of my job that just pains me to see. I never want to have to see that unbelievable disappointment of the buyer and the home builder. Y'all, think about it. At this point, you have both made a large commitment of time, money, resources to obtain financing, and the builder has too, only to have that contract fall out because the lender wasn't really familiar with new home construction lending. It is devastating to everyone. Not only has it cost you earnest money, the cost of an appraisal, a multi-phase home inspection, and your time. Having a contract fall out right at closing, it just costs the builder thousands of dollars to remarket and sell the house. Looking at it from your perspective, if the builder completes the house and you can't close, you will lose your earnest money and your construction deposit. I do want to clarify though, you must use the builder's lender to utilize these incentives that they're offering. You won't be able to use your own lender and get those lender incentives. Now, I gotta be really honest with you here, and you should research yourself too, but generally speaking, in my experience, an outside lender, well, they just can't compete with that builder's preferred lender's incentives, better rates, closing costs, upgrades. I know some people may be concerned about the integrity of the builder's preferred lender, but in my experience, they've all been pretty reliable and honest and upright. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I want you to research and make sure you're comfortable. Go ahead and get pre-qualified with both an outside lender, maybe your credit union, and I want you to get pre-qualified with the builder's preferred lender too. Timeline. Now, I know we all get excited during this process, but you really want to know, how long is it going to take to build my home? This is really kind of a loaded question, and quite frankly, it's not really in stone, so to speak. So let's say the builder tells you it takes approximately 4 months for them to build a home. Now, when the builder says 4 months, they're talking about the actual build time, not all the work that happens behind the scenes, not including the weeks or months before they can start the construction. While you're going through the design and upgrade option process for your new home, that could surely add some delays. For instance, before construction can start, the builder needs to send your floor plan with your options that you've selected to the engineer, and then they'll submit the plans to the city for the building permit. You know, working with the city government, it could take a week or so, or sometimes up to a few months. The latter is surely a rarity, but let me tell you, it has happened. The buyer is understandably angry, but y'all, once again, you're going to have to be realistic. There are a lot of moving parts to building a home, and this is really part of the process, and it's just out of the builder's control. Of course, the builder's rep should be able to give you a realistic time frame on how long it will take from contract execution to close. Now, that time frame could be anywhere from 6 to 12 months, but it's usually in the 8 to 9 month range. Now, I want you to hear me out. This is another point of confusion and frustration for a lot of people building a home, is that the builder will not give you an absolutely written in stone closing date until the home is about 45 days from closing. Now, I know what you're saying, but my lender did when we closed the resale home we're in right now, right? Well, there's just too many variables with new construction. So I've already mentioned the city permitting, but weather can slow down the process too, and it's very difficult to work in the rain. This is something we don't often consider as a consumer, and this really happens in a hot real estate market out there, but there could be material shortages or labor shortages. If you're building from the ground up, once we have an executed contract, the builders will be waiting for you to make your structural and interior selections. Generally, this only takes a few weeks, but when I worked for Syntex Homes, I would often see some people, they could take 2 or more months to finalize their selection. So as you can imagine, the builder doesn't want to commit to a closing date when so many moving parts of the process are really out of their control. Next up, alterations and changes. I want you to ask the builder, can I make changes during the construction process? Most builders aren't going to allow you to change things once the construction is started, even structural changes. Why, you may ask? Most cities require their approval on anything structural. This change will surely slow down the process. It's been my experience that once the house has broken ground, most builders will not allow you to make changes, period. Not paint, not fixtures, not tile, not flooring, not a thing. Why, you may ask? The builder needs to order most things in advance, like cabinets and windows and flooring. You could think of it as the builder, when submitting his plans, loading up his shopping cart with all the building materials and options for your specific home, and he purchased them. So it's literally in the process being routed to your home, and it can't be stopped. I want to hear from y'all. If you're thinking about building a home, what are your biggest fears about building? No doubt the home build process can be scary and overwhelming. Show us some love, y'all. Please leave us a comment below. I read and respond to every single message you leave. Y'all, I'm here to help, and I'd love to clear up any uncertainty or explain any fears you may be experiencing about building a home. Next up, we're going to talk about change order fees. A lot of builders today don't allow you to change anything, like we were talking about before. And if the builder does allow you to change things, you want to ask, will there be a fee for making these changes after all the selections have been made and all the deposits have been given? Most builders are going to charge you a fee if they allow the change at all. This is a huge if, y'all. There could be a $250 to $500 range per change. This fee is non-refundable, and it will not be applied towards your home down payment. Now, if the builder allows it, this is a fee that the builder collects and he keeps. Why, you may ask? You will often see fees on the builder's end for making changes. So the builder has a budget, and they don't factor in pulling someone who will now need to take time out of their normal schedule to make sure everybody on the entire team is aware of your modification. This fee is also really there to just discourage you from making any more changes. Y'all, modifications to the original plans could have unintended and very costly consequences. Y'all, don't even ask, that's a whole nother show. Next up, we're going to talk about warranty. You always want to know up front, so I want you to ask, what type of warranty do you provide? Most of those are going to at least offer a 1-year warranty, and this warranty should cover anything that goes wrong due to poor installation, malfunctioning parts, or just general damage from the house settling, like maybe nail pops. Now, the warranty is not going to cover any damage to the house caused by you or your family's friends. So, for instance, the builder isn't going to come back and do paint touch-ups after you move in because you or your kids' friends or your movers or whoever is going to damage your walls, moving your furniture and everything else into the house. Next up, standard features. Most builders will have a list of the standard features for each home they build. Now, they may even have levels. If not, you want to be sure and ask, what comes standard in your home? You'll want to have a complete understanding of what features are included in the base price of the home. Now, this would be things like the type of countertops, the type of flooring, type of cabinets and roof. You'll also see a huge difference in the included features for each builder. So it's not only wise to look at the base price of the homes, between competing builders to truly make a fair evaluation. For instance, there was a builder here in Galveston County that offered a very large home for a really inexpensive price. Now, their base price was often $10,000 to $20,000 cheaper than their competition. But their houses came with very few options. In other words, everything was an upgrade in their homes. It didn't include a garage door opener or a half bathroom on the main floor of their 2-story homes. Now, they did sell their homes with laminate countertops and the cheapest possible vinyl and carpet throughout the entire home. Y'all, you just need to do some research and look at what the builder is building. Some of the builders build the exterior of their homes with 2x6 studs for better energy efficiency, while still others are using 2x4. Some builders offer an oversized 2-car garage where you can actually open your car doors once inside your garage, while others offer a 2-car garage that'll barely fit 2 small cars and you literally have to climb out the window to get out. Some builders include things like 9-foot ceilings on the main floor or a very grand owner's suite bath, while other builders charge extra to add these kinds of features. It's really important to understand what's included, because adding an option like a 9-foot ceiling or really grand owner's suite bath will cost you thousands of dollars per item. Y'all, this is why it is so very important to understand what's included and what's not included. I'd love to ask a quick favor before we continue, please. Would you please give this video a big old thumbs up? I would appreciate the love more than you guys know. So, did you know that a thumbs up will help others see that this video is helpful? Thanks so much, y'all. Let's move on to option and structural selection process. Next, you'll want to ask, how does the option selection process work? If you're able to make selections, the builder will allow a limited amount of time to make your structural and design center selections. Why, you may ask? Remember we discussed earlier that the builder can't start the permit process until these structural and option selections have been made in order to start permitting and ordering the finishes. Y'all, time is money, and in my experience working for a builder, some people just won't make up their mind. Now, of course, the entire builder team is anxious to get started on your beautiful new home, and you should be too. If you're building from the ground up, I always recommend making sure to take all of your selections, make them as soon as possible, get it out of the way. You want to schedule your design center process meeting as soon as possible to make sure the dates that they have available work for you. Now, if the builder has a large design center appointment, now this could run multiple hours, so make sure you get a good meal, bring a snack, and maybe leave the little ones with grandma. Now, just a pro tip. Always trust your first instinct. And y'all, this is really about anything. It's totally natural at the beginning of your design process to second guess yourself. Heck, I do it all the time, and I think a lot of people do too. You just don't want to make a mistake. I want you to just remember you've gone through the whole process carefully, selecting each item you like best, right? So what will happen if you change one thing? Now, maybe you need to change several things, and in most situations, people end up going back to the original selections anyway. I'm here to tell you, just save yourself some time and sanity by sticking with your first choice. Just stick with those original selections. Next up, upgrade and option pricing. How are you going to find out if the upgrade and option pricing from the builder is fair? Well, I know it may seem awkward, but just ask the sales rep. Is your pricing for upgrades fair? This question could very well put the salesperson on the defensive. If so, the pricing might be high with that particular home builder. Now, if they offer up quickly, oh, we have contractors after the sale we can refer you to, that's great. But if the builder's representative starts talking about their quality or their reputation, they're most likely preparing you for a very expensive design center appointment. So this is where you may need to do some research, and it can save you some time and some money. just for grins, ask the salesperson what they charge for a 3-car garage, maybe some 9-foot ceiling upgrades, and let's really update that owner's bath, and let's upgrade that kitchen too. Let's just really make it a nice gourmet kitchen. Finding out what the builder charges for these large structural items could give you some solid understanding as to what they might charge you at the design center. Now, you may think, why can't the builder just give me an upgrade price list? Well, most builders won't do this for a variety of reasons, but mainly because pricing often changes for things like flooring and paint and countertops and cabinets and fixtures. Everything seems to be drastically based on the size of the home and the quality of the products that you add. This is why the design center appointment can take 6 to 8 hours. We even see people schedule a second meeting. Now, as a warning, the pricing for upgrades from builder to builder can be drastically different. You could literally end up spending $10,000, $15,000, or $20,000, maybe more, by selecting the wrong company to build your house. Another word of warning here, if the salesperson starts bashing the other builders, y'all, this is a huge red flag. They really must be insecure about their own product. Now, it's something to think about. Home sites and lot premium. Now, I want you to ask, how many home sites are available? What are the lot premium? The builder should have a plat map of the community that they can give you. This is a great tool, and you'll want to write down all the different lot premiums on each one of the home sites. Now, you can use this when you're ready to move forward. You are really able to take a good look. You can see the home sites and weigh the cost of each lot premium versus the size of the lot, the location in the community, and the direction the home will face. Y'all, once again, this is a great tool for deciding which home builder to go with, because one builder may charge $3,000 for an 1/8 of an acre home site, where another builder may charge $15,000 for a similar lot. One builder could have dozens of great home sites to choose from, while another may only have a few lots remaining. So choosing the wrong home site can hurt the value of your home, but the right home site can increase your home's value and desirability. Final walkthrough. As long as I've been in the business, it has been evident that the way the home builder delivers a home says a lot about the builder. Now, wouldn't you agree? Do they really want to deliver a high-quality home? Do they really care about your client? You can find out by asking, what is your final walkthrough process? Some builders don't hold a final walkthrough and simply tell you, hey, the house is done, while other builders will have a detailed 7 to 10 day process. The builders who really care will hold what they call a final walkthrough appointment with you. In this meeting, you're going to meet one of the builder's reps to walk through the home. The very best builders will give you an orientation of the home, of how the home works. They're going to show you everything. They're going to explain how everything works. They're going to show you the main water shutoff. They're going to show you the HVAC system. They're going to show you how to change out your filters. They're going to show you the water heater and how to adjust the temperature of the water heater. This is also the time where you want to take a roll of blue tape, and they're going to allow you to point out any workmanship that maybe doesn't seem quite up to par. Now, I've got plenty of videos that are more comprehensive, but today I hope that I've cleared up some of the things for you now, and you're prepared with the questions that you can ask to determine which builder is best for you. Once you've selected 2 or 3 builders that you're considering, do your research and compare them against one another by asking these questions. You really should be able to clear out the wrong builders and find a home builder that will build you a beautiful, high-quality home at a fair price with great customer service. If you live in Texas, or if you're thinking about moving to Texas, if you have any questions about buying or selling a house, I would love to talk to you. Now, if you got some value, please let me know by commenting below. Don't forget, y'all, give me a thumbs up. It's going to make me smile. Now, I want to tell you before we go about my VIP buyer program. First, I'm going to get you the best negotiated deals on the market. We're going to find the perfect home for you. And I am going to give you a guarantee. And not many realtors do this, but I'm going to give you a guarantee. If you decide in 18 months that you don't like your home, I'm going to buy it from you, or I'm going to list it for free. I'm going to sell it for free, y'all. That's my promise to you. And if you have a home to sell before you can buy, reach out to us, give us a call, shoot us an email. We would love to get you on the journey to find your Gulf Coast dream homes. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.